In today's video, we're going to talk about a way that we can let your customers give you their money and feel good about it. I was on texting back and forth with someone who was on my list, and they, for some reason, they felt today was a good day to reach out about getting some help on getting more customers. And as I went with the back and forth with this individual, they stated that they really were struggling with their business and that they didn't really have much money with their business. And so I told them that, the number one thing that you got to do is you got to try to focus on what you can do to bring more money and into your business, and also have to probably prioritize what you're doing with the money that you do have access to right now. Because I hear that a lot where people say, well, I don't have any money. I got a business, but I don't have any money. Or I'm trying to start a business, but I don't have any money. Well, I'm here to tell you that I started my first company at the age of 21 with $500, and that business became a multi-million dollar business. So it's not really about money. Money can be used as an excuse. I can tell you several ways that you can start a business and you don't have money. There's all types of ways, and I'm not even talking about going out there to get a loan. There's just several different ways that you can actually start a business without I'm not even talking about using credit cards and getting other people's money. I'm just talking about there's ways that you could do it without doing that. But today's video, what I'm going to talk about is how to have people feel good about giving you money. Because if we can get them to feel good about your product or service, which is going to benefit them, they're going to give you their money, and that's going to solve your money problems. So the first thing that I want you to do is I want you to get into a good mood, because I'm going to help you make more money. I'm going to explain to you how to have potential customers, people that are going to come to you, to feel good about giving you their money for your product or service. But first, I got to get you to feel good about even being in business, because if you're struggling in your business, you don't feel good right now. You think the world is against you. You might think that just things are not going to work for you, that things just work for other people. Other people are lucky, you're not lucky. All of these things run through your mind. And I'm here to tell you that that's not true. You can be just as successful as I am, more successful, or as successful as you want to be. You just got to get some things lined up for you so you can be able to have that happen. So the first thing is, why do you want more customers? Because when I speak to business owners, first thing they say is, I want more customers. But they're thinking about a whole bunch of things, or maybe they're not thinking about a bunch of things, but I try to get them to focus on some things, because it's not just like somebody's going to hand you customers. If it was that easy, every business would be successful and you could just hand people customers. People want to buy your stuff. Get this in your mind. If you have a business that a product or service that people have bought before, then people want to buy your stuff. But there's some problems that you got to solve for yourself and your business to be able to have people want to buy your stuff. And I'm going to walk you through it. But first, let's have you get into a better feeling. Is that, why do you want more customers? You want more customers not because you want your business to be this big successful thing. That's part of it. But you want more customers because it's going to allow you to have money. That money is going to allow you to solve a lot of problems that you might be having on a personal level and business level. That money is going to help you be able to do the things that you want. Like, think right now, if you had the money to do things from your business, what would you be doing with that money? That's the reason. That's the deep down inside reason why you want more customers. That's why. But right now, you're probably, when you go out to get customers or whatever you're doing for customers, you're just focused on that for what you want. But for you to be able to make more money, you got to give people what they want, because they're giving you their money, and they don't want to give you their money just because you want to do the things that you want. They want to give you their money because you're going to help them do the things that they want through your product and service. And it's not about being the best, this and all of that stuff. That's part of it. But it's deeper than that. It's deeper than that. I'm here to tell you, it is deeper than that. I could tell you this, but what I'm going to tell you right here, if you could just focus in on what I'm about to tell you right here, you will make more money with your business. Just doing these few little things. So first, what are you going to do with all that extra money? What are you going to do? How are you going to enjoy your life? I want you to have that top of mind, because that's what's going to give you the energy to be able to move forward. That's going to give you the energy to watch this video fully. That's going to give you the energy to get your pen and paper out so you can write down notes about what I'm going to tell you. So first, to allow people to feel good about giving you their money, there's going to be an outer side, which is your business, and there's going to be an inner side, which is you. So first, let's talk about the outer side. This is the side that you focus on all the time, and you pay a lot of attention to it. You pay attention to what your competition is saying, and you're wondering, okay, I'm focusing in on this, but why am I not successful? Well, first, let's talk about the things that you need to pay attention to, and make sure that you have these lined up, because this is the things that people pay attention to instantly, because it's easy. It's very easy for people. And you have these things. Most of you that are watching this video, you have what I'm about to talk about with the outer view of your business, and you're wondering, I took care of all of this stuff, and why am I not successful in my business? I'm going to tell you, it's on the inner part, but we'll get to that. But let's look at the outer part, because that's just as important, but it's only a piece, because you know that it's only a piece, because you know that there's your competition that might be down the street, or someone you saw on the internet, and their business is sorry looking, and you're like, why do they have customers? Why are they have good business? I'm better than them, and why am I struggling? And it's because of the side that I'm going to talk about on the inner side. We're going to get to that. But let's look at the outer view. The outer view of your business is your website. Do you even have a website? I've ran into people to this day that say that they don't even have a website. Your website is like your business card. If you were to go out there and you want to do business with someone, want someone to do business with you, and you don't have a website set up, a website, that is just like going out before the internet existed and saying that you're in business, and someone asks you for a business card and you don't have a business card. I'm here to tell you that some people won't even believe that you're in business if you don't have a website. So number one, if you don't have a website, get that in order. Number two, if that website is not demonstrating something about what you're selling or displaying what you're selling, you're already putting yourself behind the 8 ball by not having that in place. So you want to make sure that you have a website, make sure that it's professional. You don't have to go overboard, but make sure that it's professional and that it's clear and concise about what you had to offer for your product and service. Next thing is having business cards and maybe postcards. If you're doing that with your business, it is not always necessary to have postcards, but some businesses still want to have postcards. Some businesses still want to have business cards. I have business cards. You want to make sure that your business cards you utilize them as a business card, but also as an advertisement. So if someone gets it, they know what you're doing, they can just look at it real quick and say, oh, I know what business this person is in. And it has the contact information, has website information, because that's what people are going to be doing. They don't care about your business card. They care about what you're offering with that business card. They don't care about your website. They care about what you're offering on the website. But when they look at your business card, they look at your website, they look at your postcard, they're going to make a snap judgment based off of what they see and how it's set up. And if it's not set up right, they're going to think that something's wrong. You've done this before. If someone gave you a business card and it looks like it's a mess, or it looks like it's just you can't make sense of what they're offering, they're not going to, it's going to be like X right there. When people, if people had a little checklist of things that they want to see instantly to see if someone is credible, you're going to get an X on that box because you're just not even making it past stage one of being professional. So that's one of the things on the outer side. But that's still not as important because even if you don't have that, you've probably got some business. So you already know that that's not as important as people make it out to be, but it's a part of it. If you're going to get something and you want to have a complete business, that's one of the things that you want to make sure that you have in place because it's going to be something that you could be judged against in the future for your business to make sure that it is professional looking on the outside. The next thing is testimonials. Do you have people that you've done business with? What would they say about you and your business? Because this is just part of the world that we live in. Is testimonials are not everything because you can't satisfy everybody. But if people were to ask people about your business, what would they say about your business? What would they say? With me, depending on which business I have, one of my businesses, my marketing company, I just say, call anybody that we've dealt with. I don't need to tell you who to call. I don't need to make it like it's a setup. Call anyone and just ask them about me. Ask them about my company, and they'll let you know we're there. Going on 35 years of business that we respect, and we're always there for our clients, and we do the best job that we can do. No, we can't satisfy everybody. No business can satisfy everybody. You can't satisfy everybody, so you should never put yourself on that standard with your testimonials. But would people say that you do what you say you do? That's really all a testimonial would have to say. And then years in business, how long you been in business? If it's short time, then you're going to lean more on your work that you've done. If it's a long period of time, then you can display that on your website because for some reason in people's mind, that's going to be what they count. It's just like experience in business. Depending on the product or service you have, they might want to know how long you've been doing what you're doing because that's just their feeling, what they're looking on the outer about your business. That's like that checklist. They're going to be like, is it professional? You check. If you met with them in person, you had a business card, check. If you had testimonials, check. If you've been in business a long time, check. If you haven't been in business a long time, can you demonstrate that you've been doing, that you can do what you say you can do? Check. This is the outer side of business. Again, the outer side. It counts, in my eyes, about 10%. When I look at what really makes people buy products and service from people, that's that 10% side. But it's very important because that's just like you walking in the door and that first impression. Now, here is the side that I believe that if you're struggling with your business, this is what you need to fix. It's the inner side. It's you. You need to fix you. And I'm not saying that you're a broken person, but if you're not making money in your business, if you're not where you're at, what's going to be the difference between you and another business? And I've seen this when I've consulted with businesses, and I've seen this with my own businesses. My businesses all went straight up to the top when I started doing this, and I started doing it early. And when I started my first company, I paid attention to what made that successful, and this is what made it just like explode. Is the inner. You got to change yourself. You got to be someone that's like, I'm going to be a winner regardless of what happens in day to day, regardless when you wake up and you don't feel like doing your job, don't feel like working, whatever. You got to always feel like you're going to be a winner no matter what. You're a winner because when you become that winner, you're going to be so used to it that you're going to be like, hey, I'm a winner. People look at you, when they look at you, they're going to be like, that's a winner. They're going to be like, there's something about you that I like. I want to do business with you. I've had people say that. They're like, man, you're just so positive. I had a call yesterday. This the truth. The person had been receiving my information. They've been watching my video, and they're like, I don't even know what I want to do with you, but I just have this urge to give you a call and just see what type of business I can do with you. The reason why that person felt that way is because I give a positive minded spirit. I'm just like, I'm a winner. I'm going to help you become a winner if you want to make these changes in your life. And that's going to be one of the most important aspects to your business. You could do a less of a job and people will still be attracted to do business with you and give you a chance because you're a winner. And because you're a winner, you're going to put in more effort to do a better job for people, which will, when you do a better job for people, you're going to be able to make more money. So this is how you get customers, is if you fix yourself, you fix the outer look of your business, that's going to get you more customers. So when you're dealing with people, regardless of how you feel, if you're on the phone with them, if you're in front of them, you got to be excited. You got to be excited about your product or service. Because your product or service, you have to believe in it fully for them to believe in it fully, because they can't experience it. Just think, if you're selling a product online, or a service online, and you're just sitting there, blah, 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 this is my product or this is my service. They're going to be like, and then you go to, if they can't experience your product right away, then they're going to be like, I don't want to do business with you. And even if they can, if you're not excited, if you don't have a good attitude, they're not going to want to do business with you. Trust me. And you can't be fake. You have to do this regardless if that person is going to buy or regardless if that person doesn't have the money. You can't go into conversations with people thinking that, making these preconceived notions, they can't afford to do it. No. You do what you would do for anyone, regardless of how they look, regardless of who they are, what race they are, whatever. You want to give them your all, because it's your job to help them make a good decision. And if you believe in your product or service, they're going to make a good decision. Why? Because you're going to give your all in explaining everything about how your product or service will be able to help them. Remember, if you help them, they're going to help you by giving you their money, and they're going to feel good about giving you their money, because what they get from you, number one, they've already got a payoff by just experience and talking with you to know that you care about them making a good decision. And then they're going to go ahead and say, hey, I want to do business with you because you are excited. I like your attitude, everything. I want to do business with. Even people who can't really afford it, this is how they end up doing business with a person, because they know that they're making a good decision and they're going to make their budget work to be able to go and buy that product or service. The other thing is you got to be willing to help them. You have to be. That reminds me of a situation where I was buying a very expensive car. My wife was going back and forth with the salesperson. Now, this vehicle was over $200,000. Now, wouldn't you think that a salesperson would do everything that we asked them to do when we're deciding to make that purchase, that they would do everything that we asked them to do? No, well, we were dealing with two dealerships in the same city. One sales rep just felt that he had that poor attitude, and he was like, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that, oh, this and that. The other sales rep, everything we asked him to do, guess what? He did it. Everything. Who do you think we made that $200,000 vehicle purchase from? Absolutely the one that had the attitude that was right and did everything that was necessary for us to feel comfortable that we were making the right decision. Remember, it's not you doing a favor for the person. What you're doing is you're giving them information about what you had to offer, and then they're going to make that educated decision and give you their hard-earned money for your product or service. For some reason, some salespeople have it flipped around where you think that you're doing them a favor by them buying your product or service. That's not the way that it goes. And then I'm going to close it out with this. Don't sell anything to anybody that you don't believe in. Don't do it, because that's going to hurt you and that's going to hurt them. Whatever you have, if you maybe, some of the times it's a misconception with the salesperson is that they just don't know everything about what they're offering to someone, so their belief level could be low. So what you have to do is you have to educate yourself. Whatever you are offering, if you're in the lawn care business, you need to educate yourself fully about everything that has to do with the lawn care business. Because if you walk up to someone and they ask you a question that you don't know about, You need to be prepared to say, hey, I'm going to learn about, get that information and get back to you on that. But that's going to allow you to believe more in your product, because what are you going to do? You're going to keep learning as you go. But even before you get into that situation, you need to learn as much as you can. And when you learn as much as you can, that's going to raise your level of belief in what you're learning. That's going to get you to that victory. That's going to get you to all of those sales, and that's going to get you to where your business is successful. Raise your hands up right now. You have a successful business. Raise your hands up now. You have a successful business, because this. Let me let you in on something. You don't have a successful business first and then become successful. You think and you feel and you know that you're going to be a success, and then by your attitude, by what you're doing for your clients, for what you're doing for your business, for everything that you do, everything that you put into it, the payoff is going to come, and you're going to have that victory. You're going to be a winner. And people are going to see that you're a winner, and they're going to be wanting to refer you people. And then whenever you run advertisements, people are going to say, they're just going to be drawn to you. They're going to want to do business with you. This is what I've experienced, and this is what I want you to experience. So thank you for your time. Please subscribe to my channel if you're watching on YouTube. If not, go over to YouTube and go to Making Money with Stephen A. Williams on YouTube. Please subscribe to the channel, post your questions and comments. I want to hear about what type of business you have. I want to hear, what do you believe is the problem that you're having with your business? And I will get you that information so you can be able to move forward in your business. Thank you for your time. This is Stephen A. Williams with Making Money with Stephen A. Williams here on YouTube.